We always hear about the power of positive self-talk, how it builds confidence, fuels success, and transforms our mindset. And that's true. But today I want to talk about something we rarely acknowledge, the hidden power of negative self-talk. Now you might be thinking, wait, aren't we supposed to avoid negativity? Yes, but only if we understand why it's there. See, negative self-talk isn't just a villain in your story, it's actually a messenger. It tells you what you fear, what you doubt, and, most importantly, what you need to overcome. Instead of running from it, what if we listened? What if, instead of silencing that inner critic, we challenged it? Imagine hearing yourself say, "I'll never be good enough." And instead of blindly accepting it or trying to push it away, you responded, "Why do I believe that? What proof do I have, and how can I rewrite this story?" You don't need to erase all negative self-talk. You need to decode it, challenge it, and transform it into fuel. Because once you do that, those doubts lose their power over you. And that is when true confidence begins, not from forcing positivity, but from conquering negativity. So today I challenge you, don't just practice positive self-talk, practice powerful self-talk. Because the moment you turn your inner critic into your greatest teacher, you stop being afraid of it. And when you're no longer afraid of yourself, nothing can stop you. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and the first words that come to mind are, "I'm not good enough." Maybe it's, "Today is going to be another hard day," or "I always mess things up." Now stop for a moment. How do those words make you feel? Heavy? Discouraged? Maybe even defeated before the day has begun? Now let's flip the script. Imagine waking up, looking in the mirror, and hearing, "I am capable. Today is full of opportunities. I am growing, I am learning, and I am stronger than I was yesterday." How does that feel? Energizing, empowering, hopeful. The difference between these two realities isn't luck, talent, or circumstances. It's the way you talk to yourself. The words you choose to tell your story dictate the life you live. And that is the power of positive self-talk. The silent conversations that define us. We all have a constant conversation running in our heads, our inner dialogue. This voice shapes how we see the world, how we approach challenges, and ultimately, how we live our lives. But here's the catch. For many of us, this inner voice is our biggest critic instead of our greatest ally. Research shows that the average person has around 60,000 thoughts per day, and nearly 80% of them are negative. Think about that. If you spoke to your best friend the way you sometimes speak to yourself, would they still be your friend? We would never tell a struggling friend, "You're not good enough." Yet we often say it to ourselves. We would never tell a child, "You're a failure." Yet we think that way when we fall short of expectations. The way we talk to ourselves matters more than we realize. But here's the good news. We can change the script. Why positive self-talk works. The science behind it. Positive self-talk isn't just a feel-good concept, it's backed by science. Studies in neuroscience and psychology show that our thoughts literally rewire our brains. This is called neuroplasticity, the ability of our brain to form new connections and adapt based on repeated thought patterns. When we constantly engage in negative self-talk, we strengthen the neural pathways associated with fear, doubt, and self-criticism. But when we intentionally choose positive, empowering thoughts, we create new pathways that promote confidence, resilience, and success. Think of your brain like a field. The more you walk the same path, the deeper and more worn it becomes. If that path is negative self-talk, it becomes your default road. But when you choose positive self-talk, you start carving a new path. At first, it's unfamiliar, but the more you walk it, the easier it becomes until it eventually becomes your natural way of thinking. The hidden benefits of positive self-talk. Shifting your inner dialogue has real, tangible benefits, including increased confidence. When you talk to yourself with encouragement, you naturally feel more capable and take bolder actions. Greater resilience. Challenges and setbacks become learning opportunities rather than proof of failure. Improved mental health. Studies show that positive self-talk reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. Better performance. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers all use positive self-talk to stay focused and perform at their best. Stronger relationships. When you treat yourself with kindness, you're more likely to treat others the same way. Rewriting the script. How to practice positive self-talk. Now, the big question. How do you actually change the way you talk to yourself? It won't happen overnight, but with consistent effort, you can reprogram your mind for success. Here's how. 1. Identify your negative patterns. The first step to change is awareness. Pay attention to your inner dialogue throughout the day. When do you criticize yourself? What triggers negative thoughts? Common negative self-talk patterns include the perfectionist. I should have done better. Nothing I do is ever good enough. The catastrophizer. This is going to be a disaster. Everything always goes wrong for me. The victim. Why does this always happen to me? I'll never get a break. The comparer. They are so much better than me. I don't measure up. 2. Challenge your negative thoughts. Once you recognize a negative thought, pause and question it. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? What evidence do I have that proves otherwise? Would I say this to a friend? What's a more helpful way to reframe this? For example, instead of saying, I always fail, replace it with, I am still learning, and every mistake is making me better. 3. Replace with empowering statements. Positive self-talk isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing words that empower rather than defeat you. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, I am worthy and capable. Instead of, I'll never succeed, say, success is a journey and I'm making progress every day. Instead of, I can't handle this, say, I am strong and I will find a way through. Write down 5 to 10 positive affirmations and repeat them daily. Speak them out loud. Say them in front of a mirror. The more you affirm your worth, the more your brain will believe it. 4. Surround yourself with positivity. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your thoughts. Surround yourself with people who uplift you rather than drain you. Books, podcasts, and music that inspire and motivate. A daily gratitude practice to focus on what's good in your life. 5. Practice self-compassion. You won't always get it right. Negative thoughts will still pop up sometimes, and that's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. When you catch yourself in negative self-talk, don't beat yourself up. Instead, simply redirect. There's that old thought again. But today I choose a different one. Treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a dear friend. Real life stories. The power of self-talk in action. Throughout history, some of the most successful people have mastered the art of positive self-talk. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of believing, I'm not good enough, he told himself, I will work harder than anyone else. That mindset made him one of the greatest athletes of all time. Oprah Winfrey grew up in poverty and faced countless rejections, but she consistently told herself, my story is not over. I have a purpose. Today, she's one of the most influential women in the world. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Did he say, I'm a failure? He reframed it. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Positive self-talk is not just about repeating uplifting phrases. It's about actively choosing to replace limiting beliefs with empowering narratives that propel you forward rather than hold you back. Every time you engage in negative self-talk, you reinforce patterns of doubt and fear. But the moment you consciously shift your inner dialogue to something positive, you begin to rewire your brain for resilience, confidence, and success. The way you speak to yourself influences every decision you make, every risk you take, and every challenge you overcome, making it one of the most powerful tools you have in shaping the trajectory of your life. Imagine if, instead of dwelling on past mistakes and failures, you trained your mind to view every setback as an opportunity for growth, a stepping stone toward a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. Science has proven that our thoughts create neural pathways in the brain, which means that with consistent practice, positive self-talk can become your natural default, making optimism, confidence, and self-belief second nature to you. When you fill your mind with encouraging, constructive, and empowering thoughts, you cultivate an unshakable inner strength that allows you to persevere even in the face of uncertainty, adversity, and doubt. You hold the pen to your story. At the end of the day, your self-talk is the script of your life. The words you choose determine whether you live with fear or confidence, whether you give up or keep going, whether you see obstacles or opportunities. So I ask you, what kind of story do you want to write? The next time doubt creeps in, rewrite the script. Choose words that empower you. Speak to yourself as if you are your own greatest cheerleader. Because when you change your self-talk, you change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, you change your life.